الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So today's topic, brothers and sisters, inshallah, is fear and hope. And we've opened fear all our lives. We fear every moment in our lives. If you look at this, I try to tackle this topic in a different way. If you see our lives is full of fear. Everything we do is full of fear. The most pious of us, the non-pious of us, we have a lot of fear in us. We dread school. We get frightened by exams. The doctor was saying he was frightened. So, everybody's frightened. So we get frightened by exams. We are fearful of bullies, people who bully. We're fearful of them. We panic over monies. Everything is panicking over monies. What do we do with monies? We have trepidation over lofty goals. How do we make goals bigger for ourselves? By the way, what happened today is a lot more quiet. What happened? What's the ingredient to this? Last night was a disaster. I thought this was, what happened today? Something different?
I think the weather's better for us.
The weather's better, mashallah. Everyone's looking at this, I don't know whether it's well received or not, So we have trepidation over lofty goals. We shake when we're taxed. We don't shake for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, but if we have a tax bill, we start shaking. Oh, you have to have glucose after that because you're taxed. You have to give good taxes. We tremble when police stop us for a violation. We anguish over regrets over dunya. We lost this. Why did we lose this? We have anxiety over our course that we failed, as though my life is finished. One brother said, my life is finished, that's it. I have no more nothing to live for. I said, because you failed the course? That's it. So we have these kind of anxieties. We have cold feet when we have to go and say the truth sometimes. No, this is not like this, it's like this. You have cold feet, you can't stand up and say the thing. We have heart palpitation when we lose our jobs. If we lost a job, that means it's the end of life, that's it. Now it's a big disgrace, and who's going to look at us, and how am I going to say to my friends that my son, the engineer, who I spent all my monies for, he lost his job. You see? So we have this kind of heart palpitation. We fear the media. And rightly so, we should fear because we have nothing in place to counter the media. And we have apprehension of someone said something, so we have to be careful. That's why our kids actually become like hypocrites. They come to the masjid, although they're like gangster style, the pants are falling off, the cell phone's here, they're walking like this, they have to walk a little bit straight, come to the masjid, act a little strange, say the prayer just for the sake of their mothers and fathers, and when they're out, there's somebody totally different. So we actually, we have these apprehensions from when people might say something to us. And we panic, we are panic-stricken when we get older. Panic sets in, we're getting older. Oh, the beard is getting white. Panic, panic. How am I going to hold another part of this dunya? We worry non-stop because we will become poor. What will happen? I will become poor. What will happen if I lose my job? I will become poor. So we get this kind of worrying on a constant basis. We are tense about relationships. How do I keep my relationship with this? There's always tension. We live with unease, disquietude, and grim grief. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatihi wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, oh, you believe, be conscious of Allah. Oh, you believe, be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Haqqa tuqatihi, meaning as he rightly should be, as he rightly should be. And then don't die except in a state of submission. Whenever if you want to die, die in a state of submission. Because I told one person, he was arguing, I said, okay, you're strong, okay, go ahead and hold your breath for 5 minutes. He said, I can't do that. So I said, you can't be that strong then. I'm only asking 5 minutes. I said, oh, you got big muscles. Why don't you put your hand on the stove for, what do you think, 30 seconds? I said, no. I give you 5 seconds. Come on, let me turn it on. So turn the stove on. I said, 5 seconds. Put your hand on there. He said, I can't do that. I said, then you're not that strong. Because before he came with a lot of, I'm strong, I can do this. Okay, yeah, no problem. But if you can't do these things, know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that you should be dying in submission to. So submit, your heart submits, your breathing submits, every single thing submits to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we fear not the displeasure of Allah, but we fear all the other things, taxation, money loss, jobs, all those other things, we fear that. We dread not the accounting on the day of judgment, where sometimes the sweat will be to your knees, to your waist, and coming up to here. Can you imagine that kind of heat that will be actually taking hold of you on that day of accounting? We panic not for loss of good deeds. Oh, it's okay, tomorrow I'll do a good deed, so what? Tomorrow, it's okay, tomorrow will come, tomorrow will come. The Messenger of Allah, he and his companions, radiallahu anhum, jami'an, that they were the ones who were always conscious of death at any point. At any point. So we panic not for the loss of good deeds. We are not in anguish for sins. Any sin we do, no problem, that's okay. Tomorrow's another day. So sins mean nothing. Sins mean nothing to us. We shake not because Malak al-Maut is going to come. We have no anxiety for the journey ahead, because the first journey is in the womb of your mother. The second journey is now, we are here. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years, no problem. So 9 months in the womb of your mother, 9 years, 90 years in this life, say 900,000, 90, whatever, however Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to expand it into the grave, and then the rising. So the point here is they were talking about atheism and how to actually combat and all those things. You can also do that, and the conference is not a time to actually have these kinds of protracted philosophical kind of debates, but if you look at it, then it starts off, okay, you can take a picture. Sorry. No problem. This is a good side for me. Muhammad Sayyid you don't side, then we can take this side.
Done with poses?
Okay, another one. Good conference, okay, Jazakumullah. What was I saying? I have to take a picture, it's very important.
It's not the right time.
Huh?
Conference is not the right time.
Yeah, not the right time, but you will see that we have a trajectory. It goes, by the mercy of Allah, it goes smaller, bigger, and forever. And so it is a coming up of doing things. We forget that we're living this life as mazra'a, as Rasulullah said, that it is a farm where you actually put and then you will reap them. What you sow is what you reap. That's the maxim. But this is actually true according to the hadith itself. So we worry not for our final place, we worry for the place here. It's like building a bridge. The doctor said that, because we're travelers, so have fun. But travelers actually never build homes, remember that. كُن فِي الدُّنْيَا كَأَنَّكَ غَرِيبًا وَعَابِرِ السَّبِيلِ, meaning that be in this life as though you are a wayfarer or stranger or wayfarer. The stranger is somebody who comes, maybe he might eat something, maybe he might find a place, he might do something, no problem. And the wayfarer is even worse than that, because he's going there and moving on. So both of these people, they actually don't build anything in the places that they go. A stranger doesn't go and build things. Stranger goes and meets things, gets comfortable, gets by, and then moves on. The wayfarer is moving on. So Rasulullah said, kun, be. So it's fair amr, be in this life as though you are. So that's the biggest standard. So as though you are a wayfarer or a stranger, so it is important, but we want to go and build a house over the bridge. We want to build a house over ice. We don't want to actually send somebody to tell us why not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, إنما ذلكم, is it something wrong? Okay. إنما ذلكم الشيطان يخوف أولياءه that verily the shaitan, he scares you with his friends, his companions. فَلَا تَخَافُوهُمْ وَخَافُونِي إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. And don't fear them, but fear me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you are truly believers. Don't fear the friends and minions of shaitan, but fear me. You see, there's three things here. Fear, khawf, is for having, being frightened, okay? Awe is what can be translated in the Arabic language as khushu'. That you have khushu', you have awe, like you stand in front of a police officer, you have some khawf, but also because he has authority, or you stand in front of a judge or prime minister or somebody, you have some kind of khushu', you have something in you. But to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're supposed to have the most of khushu', that you are inside of the salah, standing in front of Rabbil Alameen, and then you have taqwa. Taqwa is also part of having some part of fear in it, but it's not a negative fear. Khushu' is not a negative fear, it's not khawf, but it has some part in it. As Umar radiallahu anh said, that you're walking in a path where there's thorns and you don't want your cloak to be caught in it. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh said, as though you're walking on a path and you don't want to be pricked with thorns onto the path, so you're careful. Taqwa is actually being careful. It's not falling into the thing and saying, okay, I'm having now taqwa. No, you have to be careful. That's why you clean your house up. Don't give your kids cell phones. Everyone has these cell phones and it's all close to their hearts. Now they're having things, they said if you want to get the disease, make sure you put it on your waist here, because the bone is thick. Don't put it next to your kidneys and your liver and your heart and in your pants and stuff like this, because there's a high probability that now even the World Health Organization, they're saying it's a probable cause of cancer. You see it's slowly coming, just like the cigarettes. The Egyptian doctors used to smoke in the 60s, and they said, oh, it cleans the blood. Because this is what Philip Morris told them, you see? This is what Philip Morris told them, but now you know what cigarettes they do to you, and you will see what cell phones will come out with, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on us. So if you have taqwa, you are actually conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Khabbab radiallahu anh, he used to cry out of physical pain from the tortures. The Meccans used to torture him, cut him and burn him. Not only just beat him, but cut him and burn him. So Umar radiallahu anh one day was standing next to Bilal radiallahu anh, said, oh, tell us about, what was it like? Because Bilal radiallahu anh, not only that, everyone knows they used to put a stone, but they used to actually have metal shackles around him. And in Saudi, if you've ever lived there or you went to a desert somewhere in the Middle East, you will know that the heat is unbearable. So when it gets so hot, the metal actually will burn the skin, and you will have boils and blisters. So they used to put this and drag him around with this, kick him and stuff like this. So he faced a lot, radiallahu anhu. And he's amazing, because even in marriage, they're talking about marriage. That's why I quit marriage counseling after 26 years, right? I don't think I'm just cut out for marriage counseling. Brother, I want to get married to somebody pious. He finds a nice sister and makes her life hell, right? So I just got tired of it. What was I saying? Bilal radiallahu anhu. See how always my mind goes towards these people. So Bilal radiallahu anhu used to be tortured. So when Umar asked him, he said, oh Bilal, tell us, radiallahu anhu, tell us about this. So let me just finish the story for Bilal. So Bilal radiallahu anhu went with his brother, and he went after the death of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu knocked or maybe called out or something like this. He said, this is Bilal and this is his brother. If you would like to give your daughters in marriage to us, that alhamdulillah, and if you don't, alhamdulillah. And he left. No complication, nothing, you see. And he was the person when Umar radiallahu anh asked what he did. Khabbab radiallahu anh, he stepped up and he said, look at my back, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Showed him his back, and Umar radiallahu anh said, I have never seen something so inhumane till this day, the back of Khabbab radiallahu anh. And he said, this companion told Amir al-Mu'mineen, he said, they lit a fire, and nothing could smother it better than the fat that was collected under my skin. So the fat that was in the skin was actually smothering the fire. So this is what they went through, and this is the kind of taqwa that these people had. And he said that Hamza radiallahu anhu and his deathbed, Khabbab radiallahu anhu, had 40,000 dirhams or dirhams. And he said, I have this much money, and Hamza radiallahu anhu was better than me. He said, when we used to cover his feet, his head used to be exposed. When we cover his head, his feet used to be exposed. And look at me, what do I have? I have all of this money. They were frightened. They said, maybe they have all that ajr in this life. They used to think. You see, when Ibn Umar fell off the horse, how did he fall off the horse? How did he fall off the horse? When he heard the ayat. We don't fall off, nothing happens. We played in the grocery store, in our car, we talk over the Quran, nothing happens to us. How he fell off? Because they were psychologically ready for the message. They used to think deeply. We don't have time to think deeply. Because it's one text message after another, radio program, TV program, this, that, the other. There is no contemplation in our lives, and we can't bring ourselves up physically with that. If he would have had me 10 years ago, he would have